Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Today is Friday. It's my day off from my regular job, which means we're going thrifting today. And I am going to be on like a thrifting marathon. So grab a snack, get something to drink, because this might be a long one with a haul at the end. Reason being, we have our first softball tournament next weekend, which means I'm going to have a whole week with no thrifting, which is good for my pocketbook, but not good for my mental health. I enjoy my thrifting. It's like my me time as a mom. But today I'm hitting up a couple of Goodwills. We might hit Ohio Thrift. I'm not really sure everything we're going to get into. It just depends on how much energy I have throughout the day. But I'm making a whole day of this. So let's head into my local Goodwill in Southern Ohio and see what we can find to resell online for a profit. First stop is always either shoes or the new racks. They did have a new rack. One, because I like to see what the color tag of the week is. It was black. I looked through most of the dresses. I found this Magashoni linen jumpsuit, but the comps were pretty low, so I ended up putting that back. And then I found a Kate Spade dress for $5.99, a size 6. Moving over into the tops, I couldn't believe it. I found a Rebecca Taylor peplum floral top, kind of a loose knit. So definitely picking that up. Here you'll see I pretty much have a full cart. One of the last sections I went through was bras, and ta-da! Another Honey Love new with tags tank top. That was unexpected. Who would have thought to find designer at my local thrift? I mean, we live in like a super small town, so thanks to whoever donated to that. I am going to go get a Diet Coke. A crispy Diet Coke from McDonald's is my favorite. I'll see if they're still serving breakfast. It's like 10:20. I don't know, maybe I'll make it. And then I'm gonna head to Goodwill number 2. Couldn't agree more. All right, now we're into Goodwill number 2. I went through that new rack and didn't find anything, but I found this Sundance 100% linen plus size top. That brand hasn't been doing so hot for me, but it had some factor stacking, so I did pick it up. This was a top that was actually in the swimsuit section. I believe it sold at Abercrombie. It's YPB. I'd sold a athletic dress by that brand before, and it sold very quickly, so I did pick this up as well. Looking through the jeans, I was kind of excited to find these Good American new with tags in a good size. However, Goodwill's getting a little smart and they priced them at $24.99, so I couldn't get those. A little cart update. I found some really good stuff. This Eileen Fisher hoodie was new with tags for $4.99. I came across this jacket that said members only. I don't know, I hear people talking about it, but the comps were terrible. And then you saw this in my cart, but this is when I initially found it. I have never heard of this brand, but the comps were insane on eBay. Like over $100 in some of the pieces. So for $4.99, we're picking it up. Now we're into Goodwill number 3, everyone. And at this point, I was getting kind of hungry. I was looking at these Nike sneakers. They were only $10. I did end up putting those back. Found a J. Crew item, a Maeve top, some Easter dresses. I found a lot of vintage today that I had to look up. Nothing really had high enough comps. And I did find some things for myself. That's always a plus of thrifting. I can find some really cute clothes for work. The kids need some shorts. But here I am going through women's tops. That North Face was really cute. I was thinking of getting that for my daughter, but they price some odd things up at this particular Goodwill. Like Victoria's Secret pink there was marked up to like $9.99. It's $4.99 at all the other stores. Here I found a We The Free top. I was really excited. I find this brand a lot, but I could not find a stock photo. It was pretty old, so I left it behind. Holy cow, first time finding this brand. I absolutely picked it up. I need to clean it up a little bit, but that definitely came home with me. And then I found this brand. Never heard of it, but I ended up getting that. Alright guys, as you can see, it's been a day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this far. If you are enjoying the video, make sure you like and subscribe so that you don't miss any more of my videos. I try to put out content when I can, and I love teaching you guys about reselling because I enjoy it so much. Want to hear my funny story of the day? I haven't called and told my husband yet. I got pulled over on the way into Goodwill. He let me off with a warning. Let me let this lady walk by and then I'll tell you what happened. Alright, story time. Alright, I'm in by the Hong Kong buffet Goodwill. If you guys remember that one. Because my daughter was looking on Life 360 wondering where I was. Thought I was getting Chinese food. Okay, but literally that's the only reason I come to this town. There's 2 driveways to get into the Goodwill. I turned left to get into the first driveway. And I see it now, but apparently it was the turn lane for oncoming traffic, so I got pulled over for like an illegal turn. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I haven't been pulled over in forever, you guys. Like, oh shit, there he goes. He's watching me. I guess they're patrolling. Anyways, so let me get it back out here in the right lane. I have not been pulled over in so long. He's like driver's license, registration, and insurance, or whatever the heck they ask you. And I could not find my insurance card. And I just apologized and I was like, I'm really sorry. Like, I literally was following the guy in front of me. And I didn't use that as an excuse, but I got freaking pulled over. Like, my husband's gonna die laughing. Because, and I sent it to my mom, she understood. When I was taking my driver's test, okay, you know how you can turn left and you get in like the middle turn lane and then put your blinker on right to like merge over if there's too much traffic? Yeah. This dummy did that during her driver's test, and the guy was like, ma'am, this is an illegal maneuver. This is an illegal move. And I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm not going to pass my driver's test. I like started crying. It was raining outside when I took my driver's test at 16. And apparently I still am doing illegal maneuvers. And I'm almost 40. So thankfully, no ticket. He said, I guess you can look up your insurance on your Allstate app and like that's acceptable. You don't have to have a printed copy. But I'm going to go home and print that out. I'm such a dummy. But yeah, a little adventure today. I was like, uh-oh, yeah. So, and I was literally pulled over in the Goodwill parking lot. So nobody said anything when I walked into the store, but I'm like, how freaking embarrassing. Like, my nerves were just shot. I was like anxious, like, did anybody see that? But no one said anything, so I just went and shopped like I normally would, and he went about his day. So there's my funny story of the day. It is now 4:15, so I'm done thrifting for today. I need to get home so I can make the kids some dinner. We're having spaghetti and garlic bread, and then hang tight because I'm going to give you guys a huge haul of everything I found. And the very last item, I looked on one more rack, and I just saw the exact same item sold for like over $100 on Jack Valentine's channel, and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's get focused back on the road. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, I'm back in my reselling room down here in the basement. I have sorted everything. I didn't want to show you items I got for myself because I needed some like casual t-shirts. Some days it's a little bit warm here and all I really have are hoodies, which is fine. I like my hoodies. I found a dress top. Okay, I will show you these that I found for myself. I found a pair of New Balance sneakers today for $7.99, and this is a collab with Figs. Like, they barely look worn. And they're super cute. So I'm going to keep those. I also am not showing you everything that I picked up for my booth at the flea market, because that's another thing. I want to just stock it with a bunch of stuff and let it ride for a couple weeks so that I'm not going every single weekend, because it's kind of a lot with what we have going on. So, stack of stuff here is what I plan to sell online for my reselling business. Slowly but surely listing as I have time. I do have my board meeting this week for the Humane Society, so I'll have a treasury report to get put together. I have another project I need to work on for the Humane Society. It's just going to be a very busy weekend, so I may get a few things listed, but not a whole lot. So here's what we did find to resell. I paid, I think, $4.49 for this, maybe a little bit more. This is a J. Crew sweater blazer, size small. I looked up the style number, and even though this is from a long time ago, holiday of 2017, I knew that this was probably something. So I looked this up, and it is the schoolboy sweater blazer. So I usually list these around 48 and hope to get like 35 to 40. Set that over there. Next up, I found this striped kind of rugby looking shirt, puff sleeves. This is Maeve by Anthropology in a size extra large. I know for sure I paid $4.49 for this. I'll probably get around 20 or 25. You guys saw this men's vest, Little Donkey Andy, I don't know, men's size XXL. These were going anywhere from 25 to 35. Anything kind of outdoorsy right now. I've been keeping my eye on hiking, gorpcore, nylon, keywords. I was watching Gloria on YouTube. Check her out. She just put out a video and I was watching it last night. Next, I found another Honey Love tank top, size large, new with tags. I paid $2.99 for this, and the last one sold for $28 in less than a month. So I'll definitely get that listed. That'll be a good one. This came out on a new rack at my local Goodwill today. It's just a lightweight animal print top, little puff sleeves, cuffs there. The brand is Nation. This is a really good brand, size small. This will probably sell for 25 to 35 if I had to guess. Don't remember looking that one up, but I've sold that brand once before, and I did very well. Then you guys saw the Rebecca Taylor floral little peplum top. Probably 40 to 50 for this. Next was that Kate Spade dress. This is a size 6. I was kind of hesitant, I'm not going to lie, because I did a Google Lens and I couldn't find that many photos of it. But I think I can use a lot of keywords like retro, 70s, that kind of thing, to spruce the listing up a little bit. This is kind of a bread and butter for me. It is a Polo Ralph Lauren preppy t-shirt dress with the embroidered pony, and it's pink, probably knee length, size medium. Probably sell for 25 to 30 on that. Dresses were $5.99. Went to the next Goodwill over and found another Kate Spade dress. It looks like the size has been cut out of this one though, so I always put measurements in my listings though. But this is a really cute dress for spring and summer, especially with Easter coming up. So probably 40 to 50 on that. Oh, there were like 8 pairs of these jeans. My niece's boyfriend has a hat with this logo on it. And he was like, if you ever see that like in the store, keep an eye out for it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's that brand that Christian was telling me about. So the brand is Kimes Ranch. They had 2 pairs of the jeans there, were like starched and literally like hard as rock, because I wasn't bringing those home. There were 2 or 3 other pairs and they were either ripped or really, really stained. So I picked the one pair that was the most decent condition. I mean, they have some dirt and wear. They've got the logo on the back. These are the Dylan, size 30 by 36. These are made in the USA, and comps for these were around $50 to $60. I'll start with that and know that, like, I have to disclose a few flaws and accept less than that. Okay, another bolo, or if you don't know what that means, be on the lookout, is equestrian riding pants. If you see anything that has like a sticky butt, those are usually equestrian pants. This was in the athletic leggings. The brand is Horsey. I don't know. I don't want to sound derogatory there. Size 30. And I just liked, kind of got this glitter going on. They have a pocket on the back, but that's to like keep your butt in the saddle, I guess. It goes all the way down. They're also called breeches, if I'm not mistaken. I don't ride horses, so, but it's just something I've researched over the years. Those will probably sell for, I would say, 25 to 30 from what I had seen. There were some a little bit less, but because that was a really unique pair with the glitter on it, I thought, I can get a little bit more for that. Next, I found this quarter zip, and it is by Patagonia. It says on the inside it is the, let me read it because it's kind of worn off, Capilene base layer, size small. It's kind of hard to read, but that's another 25 to 30, I would say. Tops were $4.99. And I found one pair of pants. These are Anthropologie, size extra large. No way, I didn't realize they were new with tags when I bought them. Okay, these retail for $98. Cool, give me the style number. Anyways, you guys, the style of these, they're like wide leg, what are these, palazzo pants? I don't know. I found a pair of Free People Movement sweatpants that had the same shape as this, and they sold within like an hour. So this style hopefully is still in. I don't really know what to list this for. Probably 40 to 50, I would say, since they're new with tags. Okay, this is absolutely insane. This paint splatter shirt. This is like a golf brand, I guess. I don't know. I looked it up on eBay, and some of their stuff was like $199. Not gonna go crazy because I only paid $4.99. Don't know a whole lot about the brand. There wasn't a whole lot of comps. And I know some people will put their stuff on eBay, like on an auction, if you don't know what to list it for, but I just don't want to do that. So I don't know. I might list this for around 100 and see what happens. If I get an offer for 50, I'd probably take it. I don't know. We'll see. And then the same person probably donated this top as well. I don't know how to say this, but that is the brand. I looked this up, and they were selling between like 30 and 40. So another golf brand. You guys saw this in the video. This feels so nice. It is the New With Tags Eileen Fisher size large. Ooh, it's my size. $168. Black hooded top, and it has like tensile stretch terry. Very comfort. I think this will do very well. I don't know, 75, 80. I don't know what to list that for yet. I have to look up like the exact thing. Okay. Total brain fart on this tank top when I was filming. This is Abercrombie. The brand is actually Your Best Life. This is the Sculpt Luxe, like a workout tank. So, and it was new with tags. Retails for $45, so I don't know, probably listed for like $30, $35. Then I found this in the women's plus size t-shirts. You know, it's just a Versace men's t-shirt that was in the women's plus size tank tops. I saw this, excuse my dog, he's outside, obviously. I saw this exact one sold for $70 on Poshmark. That's insane. And I compared the tags because I'm always worried about like fakes and stuff. God, my hair is so staticky today. All right, then we have the Sundance XXL, really cute boho linen top. I'll probably list that for around $30. This item needs a little work, but I'm willing to put in the work because I've heard this brand does very, very well. This is the brand. Size medium, 100% merino wool, made in Ireland, cable knit, blue full zip sweater. I don't know, 60 to 80 if I had to guess. Like I said, I have to clean it up. Paid $4.49 for this. I love flips like this. Okay. My biggest flip of my entire career could be in this item. I went back and watched, sorry, my hair is so staticky, it's driving me nuts. I went back and watched Jack Valentine's video, and his dress, same color, same length, same brand, sold for $175. I paid $35 for this, and I am really excited. It was on a rack of like bridesmaids dresses, the very last rack. Made in India. Where the heck is this size? I don't know. It looks like they've had it since March 11th. It's now the 21st. So snooze you lose, people. It is this very pretty pink midi dress. Kind of hard to show you guys, but it's like a fuller skirt, like straight A-line. Sasheen and Bobby. This isn't. It can be sold at Anthropologie, he said. I need to find what size this is. I paid $35.99 for this, and I'm probably gonna list it for like $225 and see what happens. I can't believe it. This is insane. Let's look under the skirt here and see. Now, oh, it has like a weighted hemline so that it stays down. Okay, that tells me here's a style number. That's great. Where the heck is the size? Are we gonna have to measure? And then gonna need a magnet. This is stuck to the hemline. It says something about home removal, cut at the line. I don't know. I'm scared to take that off, but I will have my husband help me with a big old magnet out of his barn because he saves everything. But yeah, I won't spend too much time on camera looking for more tags. I'm not seeing a size tag. That just is weird. Oh. No. Oh, it's cut. Dang it. Why do people do that? Like, why do you care? Was it, maybe it was just itching them. I don't know. I don't care. We'll take measurements and get this up. But let's cross our fingers for a $200, $35 into $200. What do you guys think? Think it'll work? That'll probably be one of the first things I get listed because I'm too excited not to share it. So, okay, and that's everything I picked up, at least to resell. I have a pile for me, a huge pile to restock my booth at the flea market. I do pretty well there, actually. And like I said before, if you've not watched my videos, I sell things there like Victoria's Secret pink, Nike, Under Armour, those kinds of things. And I can actually mark them up and still make money there. So it's just, while you're thrifting, you might as well pick stuff up and try to sell on multiple different avenues and try different streams of income. So that's everything I picked up. I'm going to go take care of Sir Barks-a-Lot upstairs, my Pyrenees three-legged monster. He's probably missed me today. And start putting some of this stuff away. Ooh, now I have a lot of work to do. But thanks for hanging out with me today. Again, let's get everything stocked so we can go to our softball tournament next weekend. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, so I'm going to be out of commission. I'm only going to be doing shipping. So stay tuned, and I'll share with you. Probably the next video will be my reseller recap for March of 2025. It was definitely better than February, heads up. So yeah, make sure you subscribe on the way out. Leave some comments down below if you guys have any thoughts about my stupid illegal turn today or anything you saw in the video. And I'll catch you guys again in the next one. See ya.